Are you an IGNOU MAAN student? Confused about which project you actually have to do and where each report has to be submitted? You are not alone. Many anthropology students reach this stage with the same doubts. In this complete guide, you will learn everything about the IGNOU MAAN project and dissertation for MANI-001, MANP-001, and MANI-003. We will also cover the new MANY program code, MANP-101. From topic selection and fieldwork to formatting, submission, and the Viva Voce, this is your clear first attempt approval roadmap from start to finish. First, the most important point that most students get wrong. In the MA Anthropology program, the project is not one single report. It spans 3 separate project-linked courses, and each one needs its own approved synopsis. Understanding this early saves you months of confusion. Course 1 is MANI-001, Anthropology and Methods of Research. Here you learn and apply research methods through a short project. Course 2 is MANI-003, Practicing Anthropology, where you apply anthropology to a real practical setting. And Course 3 is MANP-001, Fieldwork and Dissertation. MANP-001 is the big one, your full original field-based dissertation. Here is the second thing you must know. IGNOU has revised this program. Older students remain on MAAN with the dissertation code MANP-001. Newer students are on MAANY, where the dissertation code is MANP-101. Both are equivalent, 8-credit, 100-mark dissertations. Always use the code that matches your own admission batch, so your synopsis reaches the right desk. Now the at-a-glance facts for the dissertation. MANP-001 carries 8 credits and 100 marks. It has only a project component. There is no assignment and no term-end examination for this course. Your entire result depends on the synopsis, the dissertation, and the Viva. This is exactly why the MAAN project deserves your full attention. Unlike theory papers, you cannot rely on an exam to pull up your marks. The report you write and how you defend it is 100% of the grade. So the effort you put in here directly decides your final result. Let us build it correctly, step by step. Before we go further, please remember one honest note. Official rules, dates, word limits, and email addresses can change over time. Everything in this video is explained for learning and guidance. For your final decisions, always confirm the current details on the official website, ignou.ac.in, and in your own MAAN or MAANY program guide. Let us start with eligibility and timing. You should take up the project courses only after you have cleared or nearly cleared your first-year theory papers, such as MAN-001, MAN-002, and MANI-002. Ideally, start planning your topic towards the end of your first year or the very start of your second year. Anthropology needs real fieldwork, and fieldwork needs time. Starting early is the single biggest advantage you can give yourself. Here is the full journey in one picture. Choose your broad area, then narrow it to a topic. Find and propose a guide. Write and email your synopsis for approval. After approval, do your fieldwork. Then analyze your data, write the dissertation, submit it, and finally attend the Viva Voce. Notice that nothing serious begins until your synopsis is approved. Approval is the green signal. Fieldwork done before approval can be wasted if your topic or method is changed later, so treat approval as your true starting line. Now, choosing a strong topic. A good MAAN topic is anthropological, researchable, and grounded in real fieldwork. It should let you observe people, interview them, and study a community or a cultural practice. Keep it focused and feasible within your time and word limit. A narrow, well-studied question always beats a broad, shallow one. and choose a field site you can actually reach and revisit. To make everything concrete, we will follow one running example throughout this guide. Our example study is titled, A Study of Traditional Healing Practices and Health-Seeking Behavior in a Rural Community. It is clearly anthropological, it uses fieldwork, and it is manageable for a single student. A few more sample directions, only to spark ideas. Migration from villages and the search for work in cities. Changing marriage and kinship patterns in a community. Food habits and cultural identity among a migrant group. These are themes, not ready-made titles. For a full categorized topics list, see our dedicated MAAN topics video, linked below. Next, the synopsis stage. The synopsis is your research proposal. It tells IGNOU what you will study, why it matters, and how you will do it. A clear, focused synopsis is what gets your topic approved quickly, while a vague one gets sent back for changes. A strong MAAN synopsis usually includes a clear title, an introduction and background, a short review of literature, your objectives and research questions, your methodology and field site, and your references. For deep universal synopsis writing technique, see our IGNOU synopsis guide, linked below. Now the part that is specific to anthropology. You send synopses for all 3 courses, MANI-001, MANI-003, and MANP-001, separately, by email for approval. For MAAN, the approval email is maan@ignou.ac.in. For the new MAANY dissertation, it is MANP-101@ignou.ac.in. Please verify the current email address in your own program guide before sending, because IGNOU updates these from time to time. Label your proposal clearly with your program, course code, name, and enrollment number. A neatly labeled proposal is easier to approve. Your guide or supervisor. You must work under a qualified guide. Broadly, an eligible guide holds an MPhil or PhD in anthropology with at least 2 years of teaching experience, or a master's degree in anthropology with at least 5 years of undergraduate teaching experience, and works in a university or college. Choose someone who understands your field and can genuinely mentor you. To make it official, you send 3 things to the program coordinator in New Delhi. First, the approval proforma, signed by you and your guide. Second, a short biodata of your guide. Third, a consent letter from the guide. The IGNOU Anthropology faculty then approve your topic and your supervisor before you begin. Keep copies of every approval, both on paper and as a scan. You will attach a copy of the relevant approval with your final report for each course. Missing approvals are one of the most common reasons projects are returned. A little paperwork discipline now prevents a rejection later. Now the heart of the work, your fieldwork. Anthropology is a field science. Your dissertation must be built on real, ethical fieldwork, not only on books. The classic methods are participant observation, where you spend time with the community and observe closely, interviews and case studies where you listen to people's own words, and structured questionnaires where numbers help support your findings. Before you enter the field, define your objectives and research questions clearly. Do a short literature review to see what already exists and where the gaps are. Then choose a field site that genuinely fits your questions and that you can visit safely and repeatedly. Good preparation makes fieldwork smoother and richer. Ethics are not optional in anthropology. Always take informed consent from the people you study. Protect their privacy and keep their identity confidential where needed. Make sure your research does no harm, and take any permissions your field site requires before you begin. In our running example on traditional healing, you might observe local healers at work, interview both healers and patients, and record why people choose traditional care before or instead of a hospital. You would note the beliefs, the cost, the trust, and the access that shape their choices. That is anthropology in action. Turning field data into findings. Your analysis depends on the kind of data you collected. For numerical data from surveys, you can use simple descriptive statistics or a tool such as SPSS. For interviews, observations, and field notes, you organize the material into themes, either by hand or with a tool such as NVivo. Most anthropology projects mix both. Whatever the method, the goal is the same. Move from raw notes to clear patterns, connect those patterns back to your objectives, and interpret what they mean for the community you studied. Simply describing what you saw is not enough. Description alone is not analysis. The full dissertation structure. A well-organized MANP-001 dissertation follows a standard shape. Following it makes your work easy to read and easy to mark. We will walk through it from the first page to the last. It opens with the preliminary pages, the title page with your title, name, enrollment number, and course code. Then the certificate of originality, the acknowledgement, and the table of contents. Then the main chapters begin. Chapter 1 is the introduction, your research problem, objectives and significance. Chapter 2 is the review of literature, where you place your study within existing anthropological work. Chapter 3 is research methodology, your field site, sample, methods, and ethics. Chapter 4 presents your data, analysis, and findings, supported by tables and figures. Chapter 5 is discussion and conclusion, where you interpret your results and suggest what future research could explore. The dissertation closes with the end matter, a full reference list in a consistent style, such as APA, then the appendices, where you place your interview guide, questionnaire, consent forms, and any photographs from the field. Formatting that keeps you out of trouble. Use A4 size paper typed in Times New Roman, 12-point with 1.5 line spacing. Number your pages, label every table and figure, and keep the formatting consistent throughout the report. On length, most MANP-001 dissertations run to roughly 10,000 words, neatly spiral-bound. Please treat this as a guide, not a rigid rule, and confirm the exact word and page limit in your current MAAN project manual. For the deep universal page setup and referencing rules that apply across every IGNOU program, see our IGNOU project format guide, linked below. Here we keep the focus firmly on anthropology. Submission. Read this part very carefully. This is where most MAAN students go wrong. So here is the official route. Your 2 project reports for MANI-001 and MANI-003. Go to the Registrar, Student Evaluation Division, IGNOU, Maidan Garhi, New Delhi, 110068. But your dissertation, MANP-001, is different. It goes to your own respective regional center, not to Delhi. And the regional center is also the body that arranges your evaluation and your Viva Voce. So remember the split. The MANI project reports go to the Student Evaluation Division in Delhi. The MANP-001 dissertation goes to your regional center. Sending the dissertation to the wrong address is a very common and completely avoidable mistake. One more modern point. If IGNOU opens an online upload link for project and dissertation reports, then you upload there and you do not send a hard copy. Either way, always attach a copy of your approval with each report. On timing, submission is aligned to the 2 exam cycles each year, June and December. Because the exact last dates shift from session to session, do not rely on memory. Confirm the current deadline on ignou.ac.in and with your regional center before you submit. Evaluation and the Viva Voce. Your dissertation is evaluated, and then you attend a Viva Voce arranged by your regional center. In the Viva, you present your work briefly, often for around 15 minutes, and then you answer questions from a panel of experts about your research. Carry the right documents to your Viva. your IGNOU identity card, your own copy of the dissertation, and the call letter from your regional center. Without these, you may not be allowed to appear, so keep them ready. To pass, you need at least the minimum qualifying marks set for the course. Sources differ between 40 and 50%, so confirm the exact pass mark in your program guide. Know your own study well, speak simply and honestly, and the Viva becomes a friendly conversation, not an exam to fear. Mistakes that get projects returned. Avoid these common errors. Starting fieldwork before synopsis approval, forgetting to attach the approval and consent documents, sending the dissertation to the wrong address, copying content instead of doing original fieldwork, and ignoring the formatting rules. Fix these 5 and your approval becomes smooth. Is the MAAN degree worth it? Yes. IGNOU is recognized by the UGC, and its MA in Anthropology is a valid postgraduate degree. It is accepted for higher studies such as MPhil and PhD, and for many competitive examinations. On career and scope, an MA in Anthropology opens doors in research institutes, in NGOs and development work, in the health and social sectors, and it supports preparation for UPSC and state services, where anthropology is a popular optional subject. The fieldwork and analysis skills you build here are genuinely useful in study and in work. Quick answers to common questions. Is the MAAN project group work? No. It is an individual original study done by you. How many marks is MANP-001? 100, with no assignment and no term-end exam. Where does the dissertation go? To your regional center, which also arranges the Viva. What is the new code? For MAANY students, the dissertation is MANP-101, with the same 8 credits and 100 marks. Can I change my topic after approval? Only early, with a strong reason and fresh approval. Do I need a Viva? Yes, for MANP-001, the Viva is part of your evaluation, so prepare for it. Let us quickly recap. The MAAN project spans 3 courses, each with its own approved synopsis. MANP-001, or MANP-101 for MAANY, is your 8-credit, 100-mark dissertation. The MANI reports go to the Student Evaluation Division. The dissertation goes to your regional center, and the Viva follows. If this guide helped, please subscribe to Shri Chakradhar Education for more IGNOU help. For personalized MAAN project and synopsis guidance, visit ignouproject.com or message us on WhatsApp. This is BK Sani, helping IGNOU students since 2010. All the best with your anthropology research.